Hello Gunpla fans, this is Joe of JoesGunpla here with another video, and today I'll be doing a review. A lot of people have asked me, where did my shield come from? That's in my hat, and well, it came from the high-grade Universal Century RX-78 Gundam. This kit is the second in a dual kit project I've been working on. For those that didn't see the last review or don't know the story yet, even though I think I've talked about it in a few videos, years ago, my ex-fiance was wanting to get into the Gundam hobby, and the first two kits I gave her were an RX-78 Gundam and a mass production Zaku 2, both of the high-grade Universal Century line. Her collection grew, as did her interest, but upon our split, she gave those two first kits back to me, and I smashed them with a hammer. And I wanted to symbolically rebuild them and repaint them and make them into something a bit more artistic as a way of sort of moving on from the whole mess. So in the last review I showed off my Zaku, and here is my new RX-78/T Gundam Transcendence Unshattered mode. Now, we'll go over articulation first, just as a formality of review here. We'll start with the head, which is on a ball joint, and we'll go 360, if you're careful about the collar. Not much up and down movement. Very little tilting movement. And it doesn't swing back and forth like the Zaku did. There is a joint in the chest that allows the shoulders to swing forward. They are on a peg, and they'll go 360. 360 below the elbow. Single joint at the elbow, or I'm sorry, below the shoulder. Single joint at the elbow, giving it a 90-degree bend. The normal hands that come with it are fixed posed on a ball joint, but I gave him hobby base hands, so those are on a ball joint as well, and they swivel back and forth. We've got a hinge in the wrist, and we'll go back and forth that way. I'm not going to mess with the fingers too much because they are pretty fragile, but there is a bend in each knuckle. Thumb is on a ball joint, and there's hinges here, so they can go outward a little bit. Waist is on a peg. Can go 360 if you pull it up a little bit, but during the hammer smashing, the peg actually broke, and I had to reglue it. It's a little fragile. The skirt armor doesn't move very much, but it's rather short, so it doesn't hinder the outward movement of the hip. The front skirt armor can be separated. You'll have to actually cut it, and then we'll go up about that far. Let's see, like I said, the hips go out about that far sideways. If you maneuver around the skirt armor, legs will go that far forward and that far back. Let's see, two joints in the knee, and get about a 90. There is a swing hinge up here for the ankle, and a ball joint in the foot, so you get some pretty decent movement there. Slides back and forth like this. Get a little bit of sideways movement here, and a turn, and the ankle guard is also on a hinge. We'll go back and forth like this. Okay, so let's talk about the paint scheme. Most of the breaks for this guy happen in the chest. And you can see the gold repair there. It's part of the Kinsenkroi, or Kintsugi. The paint scheme, which may be a little hard to see on camera right now, I'll try and get some close-ups here in a moment, is an outer space sort of celestial theme. Let's see if I can get some decent lighting here. There we go. Trying to show off as many angles as possible. And this was done, I painted him in a flat black enamel using Model Masters, all hand brushed, and then I went over that with a mixture of flat black and navy blue gray to get most of the nebula clouds. And then I took that same mixture and I started adding in a few touches of various neon and fluorescent colors to get the different shades and textures and colors and whatnot. And that was done just by taking a brush and just kind of swirling it around in a specific angle here and there, and I try to keep it all going one direction across the kit. And then I took some white on a brush and just sort of flicked it on there to get the stars. Took a couple stars and picked them out, gave them some extra detail, like this one here. I kind of turned it into a comet. The one on the chest and shoulder, gave it the crossbars there. Another one on the leg. And a few of them, if they were just too big, I would take a fine brush and paint black around them to kind of make them smaller. So, the eyes I painted gold as well. Don't know if you can see that or not. Along with the forehead camera and the back camera here, and there's another break along the back. So, I didn't finish all of the weapons because I wanted it to be very simple. Like the Zaku, originally I wasn't going to do any weapons at all. The original hands, because I glued them together, for whatever reason, did not hold the one accessory that I did finish, which would be the beam sabers. They go in about that far. And, I mean, I can force them in a little more, but they don't go in all the way. So, I'm not sure if it's like that on the normal model, or if it's just because I glued this. Maybe it was a little off. But I did do both of these, and they still fit in the backpack. Just like that. And he's got two clear pink beams, like this. And if you're gentle with these hands, these, on the Zaku's hands, the round ones, I find that the tip of the thumb likes to come off. On these guys, it's the fingers right at the base they like to pop off. So, we'll get him holding his saber here. He will hold them with a little bit of fiddling. Come on. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so this one, as the name suggests, is sort of a symbolic paint job of sort of my transcendence above and beyond the heartache and moving on. So this was my farewell to the problems and the issues at hand, and just being done, you know, leaving the heartache behind. So this guy is, he's my favorite between the two, as far as, you know, what he means to me. Whereas the Zaku is my favorite just because I got to do some gore painting on that one, and I think they really work well together. Really wish the lighting was a little bit better here, but that's not bad. So yeah, we've got Raw Feels Zaku and Swagever Gundam. Those are my two kits. So these have been, you know, really important to me, and I think that's all for this video. I'm going to do another video talking about a little bit more of the artistic process of the kits. But that's my review of the RX-78 T Gundam Transcendence, and I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, folks, happy building.